Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, welcome back. I Deepani Bhardwaj welcomes you all again, and today I'm going to announce a very good news for you all, and that very good news is that IBPS has released its vacancies for clerk. Yeah, you heard that right. IBPS has released its vacancies for clerk, and these vacancies are for 2021 and 2022. That is, now you can fill the forms for clerk. So today we are going to discuss each and everything right from the starting of the application form, that is what would be the date that when you can start filling your form and what would be its last date, who all are eligible for it, what is the age criteria, will there be PET or not. We'll also discuss about the structure of examination, total number of vacancies, and about the examination center. So let's have a discussion on this particular important topic. As you can see, IPS has already cleared its vacancies and now you are going to have its examination, so you can start filling up your form. And this year the banks that are participating with it are Bank of Baroda, Bank of India, Bank of Maharashtra, Canara Bank, Central Bank of India, Indian Bank, Indian Overseas Bank, Punjab National Bank, Punjab and Sindh Bank, UCO Bank, and Union Bank of India. So these banks are participating for the clerk's position, and the tentative dates for the online registration, payment and everything we'll discuss with that. So your online registration is starting from 2nd of September, that is 2/9/2022, 23rd of September 2020. And what is the application fee and date? See, application fee that they have kept is rupees 850 for general category, and you can start paying your fee from 2nd September, that is today itself, till 23rd of September 2020. That is, both the online registration and payment of fee can be done side by side. Now, talking about the pre-examination training, that is we call it PET, it will start from 17th of November, but as you can see here a dot is mentioned. This dot represents that if it is possible they will be holding PET, and if not then they will not conduct it. So by the way, what would be the date for conducting the pre-examination training? The date will start, the date will be from 23rd of November to 28th of November, and its call letters will be downloaded from 17th of November. Fine. Now, downloading of call letters for online examination for the prelims will be starting on 18th of November. And when will be its exam? Its examination would be from 5th of December, 12th of December and 13th of December. That is, these three dates are given for the prelims. Now coming on to the result of the prelims. Result of prelims will be declared on the 31st of December, that is this year itself. Now talking about the mains examinations call letter, your mains examination call letter will come on 12th of January and your mains exam will be held on 24th of January, and your provisional allotment will be done on 1/4/2021. Fine. So these were the important dates and important organizations that are participating with it. Now let's talk about the age criteria. So the age criteria that is kept is minimum 20 years of age and maximum 28 years of age. So if a candidate that is born between 2/9/1992 and 1/9/2000, they are eligible for applying for it. Now coming on to the age relaxation, for SC and ST categories, there is an age relaxation of 5 years. For other backward classes, that is who come under non-creamy layer, they will be given 3 years of relaxation. Person with the disabilities will be given 10 years of relaxation. Ex-servicemen and disabled ex-servicemen, actual period of service rendered in the defense forces plus 3 years. 8 years for disabled ex-servicemen belonging to SC/ST, subject to a maximum age limit of 50 years. For the widows, divorced women and women legally separated from their husbands who have not remarried, their age relaxation is of 9 years. Persons who were affected in 1984 riots, they will be given age relaxation of 5 years. And the regular employees of Union Carbide factory that is Bhopal retrenched from service applicable to Madhya Pradesh state only, they will be given age relaxation of 5 years. So the important thing is that minimum age criteria is 20 years and maximum is 28 years, and these are the age relaxations for different categories. Now let's discuss about other things as well. That is, among us the important things we are going to discuss now about all the important thing, that is we'll discuss now about PETs. So what about this PETs? See, they have already told that in case COVID-19 situation gets over and this pandemic is removed or anything happens of some sort, that safety is given to the candidate. That is, if they find it okay that students are safe with the PET, so at that time they will be conducting their pre-examination training, but these examination trainings are only and only for the particular category, and that category is, they are scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, minority communities, ex-servicemen and person with benchmark disabilities at certain, and the certain centers that they have given is Agartala, Agra, Ahmedabad and so on. So this means that due to COVID-19 pandemic, for the safety of the candidates, PET during this period may not be held. They have told may not be held, that is it can be held, that is it will depend totally upon the situation. That is, if government will find that each and everything is fine now, that is there is no such situation, that and they can assure that each and everyone is safe, then only they will be conducting pre-examination training, that is PRT training, otherwise it will not be held. And I have already told you that it is for the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, minority communities, ex-servicemen, person with benchmark disabilities. Fine. Now, talking about the structure of examination. For the prelims, you already know what is the syllabus. So, for the English language, you are going to have total 30 number of questions which will be of 30 marks. Maximum marks would be 30. And the time that is allotted for English language is 20 minutes. That is, you can see that they are giving the separate time for each section. Each one of you, I know, must be practicing paper from different sites, and you can even go through the entries application where we are giving different mock papers, and you will feel like you are sitting in the mains examination. So please use entries application where you can judge yourself that what kind of preparation is going on. Fine. Now coming on to the numerical ability, you are going to have 35 questions from it and maximum marks would be of 35, and total marks allotted for it is 20 minutes. Now talking about the reasoning ability, for the reasoning ability total number of questions are 35 and maximum marks that is given is 35. So total time duration that will be given is of 20 minutes again. So you can see that each section is having 20 minutes, that is total 60 minutes will be given for 100 questions, and these 100 questions would be a maximum of 100 marks. So 100 marks, 100 questions and 60 minutes. Now those who will be able to clear this prelims, they will be allowed to sit in the mains examination, and for the mains examination the structure is that for general and financial awareness you will be having 50 questions, and these 50 questions will be of 50 marks. That is, total time 35 minutes would be given for general awareness section. For general English section, you are going to have 40 questions of 40 marks and total time duration will be given 35 minutes for this section. For reasoning ability and computer aptitude, you will be given 50 questions and these would be of 60 marks, and total number of time that is given is, that is allotted is 45 minutes. Coming on to the quantitative aptitude, for the QA section you are going to have 50 questions and maximum marks is 50. That is 50 questions, 50 marks and time allotted would be of 45 minutes. As you can see, total number of questions are 190 and maximum marks would be 200. That is, total time that they have given is 160 minutes. So you are going to have total 190 questions with maximum marks 200 and the time allotted is 160 minutes. Now, these were the important points regarding your prelims and mains. Now talking about the vacancies, because it is very important. As soon as we find that any notification is out, we must be aware that total number of vacancies are how much. So let's discuss about the total number of vacancies. First, we'll be discussing about Andaman and Nicobar. For Andaman and Nicobar, total number of vacancies you can see that it is 0. Fine. And here you can see that Punjab National Bank has not released its different vacancies in any of the part. That is, neither they have told about SC, ST, OBC, anything. So don't panic about it, because many of the students may be thinking that there are no vacancies for Andaman and Nicobar, as they have given NR, that is, they have not decided yet and they will be releasing its vacancies. Fine. So those who have written NR, be assured that some vacancies are going to come from their end. Now talking about the Andhra Pradesh. For the Andhra Pradesh, you can see that there are different banks. These are the banks that are participating with it. And again I will tell, please do not panic by seeing this only one seats, because I know you can see here that in Andhra Pradesh only UCO Bank has released its seats, and UCO Bank has told that for SC there is 1 seat, for ST also there is 1 seat, and for OBC there are no seats, for EWS there is no seat, for general they are having 1 seat. That is, total number of 3 seats are there, isn't it? Now for the Bank of Maharashtra, you can see that for OBC there is 1 seat, for unreserved they have 3 seats, that is total they are having 4 seats. Similarly for Bank of Baroda, there are 3 seats for the general category, that is for the unreserved category. So total number of seats that they have given is 3. Fine. Now you can see that total number of vacancies that Andhra Pradesh has declared is 10. So 10 seats in total are there in Andhra Pradesh. Now coming on to the Arunachal Pradesh part. For the Arunachal Pradesh, you can see that Bank of Baroda has still not given any notification from their end. Now for the Bank of India, they have already told that they are not going to release any seat. From Bank of Maharashtra also, no. They now coming on to the Punjab and Sindh Bank, they have told that 1 seat would be there for the general category. That is, total number of seats is only 1. So at present, total number of seats that is being there in Arunachal Pradesh is 1. Now coming on to the next state. Next state is Bihar. Before Bihar, we'll be talking about the Assam. Now talking about Assam, you can see that Bank of Baroda has not declared its vacancy, but Bank of India has told that there is 1 seat for the general category. That is, 1 seat in total is there for Bank of India. Again, Canara Bank has not released anything, but UCO Bank has given more seats here. UCO Bank has declared 1 seat for SC, 7 seats for ST, 1 seat for EWS, 6 seats for general. That is, total number of seats are 15. So 15 here total of UCO Bank and 1 of Bank of India. So total number of seats that are is 16. Fine. Now coming on to the Bihar's part. Now you can see that Bihar has more number of seats in comparison to other states, as Bank of India has released 2 seats for SC, 4 for OBC, 2 for EWS, 9 for general. That is, total 17 seats are from Bank of India, 20 seats are from Bank of Maharashtra, 3 seats are for Punjab and Sindh, and 36 seats are for UCO Bank. So total you can see that total number of seats are 76 in Bihar. For the Chandigarh region, these are for other categories also. That is, here you can see that there are 1, 1, 1, 7, 3 seats. So I'll take it total as from the SC, ST, OBC, EWS unreserved. That is total 76, and these seats are also there. Coming on to the Chandigarh part, you can see that Bank of India has told that 1 seat would be for SC, 1 for OBC, 3 for unreserved, that is general category. So total number of seats are 5 here. Bank of Maharashtra is having total number of 1 seat here. And then coming on to the bottom part, that is, if we talk about the total number of seats are 6 here. Fine. For the Chhattisgarh part, you can see that total number of seats are 7 here. For the Dadar and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu, total number of seats are 4. For Delhi, total number of seats are 67. For Goa, total number of seats are 17. Now talking about Gujarat. In Gujarat, you can see that total number of seats are 119. Till now that we have seen all the seats, and here Gujarat is giving the maximum total, that is 119 seat would be there. In Haryana, total number of seats are 35. In Himachal Pradesh, total number of seats are 40. In Jammu and Kashmir, total number of seats are 5. In Jharkhand, total number of seats are 55. In Karnataka, 29. In Kerala, it is 32. Now talking about Ladakh, in Ladakh there are no seats. In Lakshadweep, you are having total number of 2 seats. In Madhya Pradesh, total number of 75 seats. In Maharashtra, total number of 334 seats. So Maharashtra is giving 334 seats here. In Manipur, there are total number of 2 seats. In Meghalaya, just 1 seat. And in Mizoram, 1 seat. Now talking about other states as well. In the Nagaland, you are having 5 seats. In Odisha, 43. Puducherry, 3 seats. Punjab, 136 in total. Rajasthan, 48. Sikkim, just a single seat. In Tamil Nadu, 77 seats. Talking about Telangana, there are total 20 seats. For Tripura, there are total 11 seats. For Uttar Pradesh, there are total 136 seats. For Uttarakhand, you are having 18 seats. And for the West Bengal part, you are having 125 seats. So these are the total number of vacancies that are released till now. But do not panic, because banks will sooner release their own vacancies also, as they have given NR that is not reported. Once they report, these vacancies will surely increase. Fine. Now let's have a discussion on what locations prelims and mains exam will be held. For prelims at Andaman and Nicobar, the center is Port Blair, and the mains examination center would also be Port Blair. For Andhra Pradesh, your prelims examination center would be at different places, and these are Chilla, Chittoor, Illiru, Guntur, Kadapa, and you can see each and every place. But you can see that for the mains examination, only these 4 places are there. So all these are the important places, that is where prelims examination will be held and where mains examination will be held. In Delhi, you can see that prelims examination would be held in Delhi, that is New Delhi, Faridabad, Ghaziabad, Greater Noida, Gurugram. And for the mains examination, it would be New Delhi again, Faridabad, Ghaziabad, Greater Noida and Gurugram. For Goa, it is the single place, that is Panaji. Similarly, they have given each and every place that where they are going to held prelims examination and where mains examination is going to be held. So you can check that for your individual state what all are your prelims examination center and what all are mains examination center, so that you can fill your examination form accordingly. Now I have already told you that examination fee that they have kept is 850 rupees for the general category and 175 rupees for SC, ST, PWBD, EXSM, that is ex-servicemen candidates, and for the general category it is rupees 850. So you can start filling up your forms. For any sort of doubt, comment section is available for you. We have discussed each and everything, that is what is the minimum age, what is the maximum age, what is the structure of the examination. PTS, I have already told you that it will totally depend upon the COVID-19 situation at that time. We have discussed about the vacancies at different states, and I have also told you that please do not panic, because many of the banks have not released their vacancies yet. So they will be releasing it, and these vacancies will surely increase. And at last, we have discussed about the examination centers, so you can choose examination centers according to you. And all the very best. So start filling your form, because its examinations date has already come and it has started filling its examination form from today itself. And even you can do payment today itself. Fine. So thanking you for watching this video. In case you have any doubt, please do comment. Thanking you. Thanks a lot.